Um, but I'm gonna tell y'all a story time about the other night, because the other night I went out, right? And I don't know, I always hate going out. I'm not the going out type, blah blah blah. But anyways, I had to go out because it was my friend's birthday, and I was like, shit, I guess I gotta go. So I was supposed to be at her house at like 7 o'clock, right? Next thing I know, it's like 7:40, and then they text me. They're like, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" Because I was supposed to like go to her house to pregame, but I already told them I wasn't drinking because like my throat still hurts, and I felt like alcohol is like really like it burns when it goes down. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna drink because my throat hurts, right? So I basically showed up late on purpose because everybody knows I'm never late to anything. So I was late on purpose, and then I get to her house at like 8:10, and then they were like taking Jello shots and other shots, blah blah blah. Um, and I don't know. I'm not really. I'm just not like the shot type of person, I guess. So anyways, I I think I had like two Jello shots, but that was all the alcohol. Did I drink more? No, I think I only did two Jello shots. I didn't even finish half of one because it was really strong. But then we went on our way to the club, and I was like, oh god, god, here we go, because I wanted to go to this place. I wanted to go to this place because it's been a while since we've been to this place, and it's like a country bar, but like 9:30 they play like different music or whatever. And my throat's so damn dry. But anyways, 9:30 they play like different music, like, you know, R&B, hip hop, twerking music, whatever. So we basically had to wait around until 9:30 till they played you know, good music, because I'm not fucking listening to country music because I hate country. And then I also invited these two girls from Bumble, and I was like, you know, I hope we have a good night because I'm inviting these like new friends, so it better be good. So I invited them from Bumble, and I was like, okay, cool. So one of them was like this model looking girl, the other look one was from Miami. So I was like, oh, you know, they'll probably be like a good addition to our group. So then we get in there, the dance floor is empty because he's playing like like shitty music, and I'm like, why are you playing music that we can't dance to? Like he was literally playing like rap songs, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And we told him to play like Megan the Stallion, but he never played Megan like the whole night. And then the girl from Miami, she starts like dancing on the dance floor by herself. She starts like looking at herself in like the full wall mirror, and my first thought is like, what the fuck? Like I'm trying to like hide my facial expressions because like I'm the one who invited her, but she's there like being her own person, and I'm like, good for her because she has like a lot of self-confidence and stuff. But like I'm not about to dance in the middle of the dance floor with everybody watching and nobody else is dancing, you know, like that's weird to me. And then she was like looking at herself in the mirror, like look at like checking out her hair and like making these faces, and we are like, what the fuck is she doing? Like is she like self-absorbed? What the fuck? But then that's pretty much all she did, right? And then the model girl, she stayed next to me, and she was barely talking. So I kept asking her, I'm like, are you shy? Like you can talk to the people, blah blah blah. She's like, oh, I'm not shy. I'm the opposite of shy. And I was like, oh, okay. But then she basically just stood there quiet like the whole time. But anyways, we got some drinks, and then like I said, I didn't drink because I'm not trying to drink tonight. Um, so yeah, the music overall was like super shitty, and that's the one thing that I hate is going to a club, and like we've been there multiple times before, so we were expecting him to play like, you know, Beyonce, Megan the Stallion, like twerking songs, right? And he just played shitty music. And you know, DJs, they try to make those like transitions like into the next song, but he was struggling with the transitions, and we were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like he was playing Beyonce trying to like transition it into a different song, but he would mess it up and then it would be offbeat, and then we would be like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell do you mess up Beyonce, right? And then he played the Cupid Shuffle like 3 times, and the Cupid Shuffle was my favorite dance. But even I was like, why the fuck are you playing it so damn much, you know? Because Cupid Shuffle, that's like the kind of things, like all those dance songs are like songs that you play like early on before everybody gets to the club. Because when everybody gets to the club on Saturday night, and it's like 11 o'clock and midnight. We're not trying to do no damn Cuba shuffle. Like, it's too much people at that point because we're packed like sardines. So he didn't listen to our song request. We were pissed off the whole night. I'm there like sober as hell. And I'm thinking like, oh, thank God I didn't waste any money buying drinks, and then I'm drunk with like no music to dance to, like that would be annoying. And then the girl from Miami, she disappeared somewhere. I think she went to the bathroom, and then she went outside because she wanted to smoke. So we were like, okay, bye, like meet up with us later. And then the model looking girl, she stayed next to me, but she still was not talking that much. And I was like, girl, you can talk. So I'm there, I'm trying to like make sure everybody is included in the group because she is a new girl and she's never been to this bar before. So I was like making conversations with her. I was telling her, I was like, the DJ normally not this bad, so I don't know what the fuck he's doing tonight. I'm trying to make conversation, but she would just like give like one word answers back. Like, she's like low key like boring, I guess. I don't know if I would hang out with her outside of the club or whatever. um Next thing I know, what happened next? Oh, the girl from Miami, she comes back, and then she was like, oh, I was just like sitting in my car for an hour. And I was like, girl, what the fuck? Like, you really did just disappeared and didn't tell nobody, but okay. And then we were all dancing, everything is fine. And then, like I said, we were there for my friend's birthday. But my friend, she is engaged, right? So she already has a fiance, whatever. But, we usually just dance in our group of girls because, half of us have boyfriends, and me and then like two other girls don't. So we'd just be dancing in our little circles. Next thing I know, this white girl from my job, she wears glasses. She like pointed over her shoulder, trying to get my attention, and I was like, huh? And I turn around, and then this like Hispanic looking guy is standing behind me with like his three other friends in the background. And he comes up to me, he's like, oh yeah, I was just telling her that, this is our first time at the club. Like, we just came to America in January. This is our first time here. And I was like, okay, like why the fuck you telling me? And then he was like, oh, can you show us the dances when they come on? And I was like, what dances? And he was like, the dances. So I assumed he was like asking me to like show him how to do like the Cupid shuffle and like the Jerusalem dance, all these other dances, right? But I'm like, bro, you can learn with the rest of us. Like, I'm not specifically showing you any dance. So I basically like turned around. I was like, yeah, huh, okay. Like, because whenever guys talk to me, I basically just pretend to like not hear them. I just laugh and turn the other way, right? And because me and the other girl, we basically turned him down, right? Because he kept pointing to his homie back there. He was like, yeah, me and my friend, we just came here from Puerto Rico. And I was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. But so then they took the L on us, right? So he basically goes around our little circle. He starts talking to my friend who's engaged, and then this other black girl. And then my friend, she's there like typing her number into his phone, and I was like, huh? But later on, I figure out that she gave him a fake number, and then he got a beer for her, right? And then for my other friend, he got her like a shot of tequila, but the shot was like super huge, and she only drank half of it because she asked him to get her like a fruity drink, but he got her like a shot of tequila. So I was just automatically assuming, I'm like, oh, he's trying to get them drunk, and then thinks that, they're gonna go home with him. He can have a hookup with them later, some other time. Who knows? But like, I don't know. He should have known better. But anyways, those guys, Puerto Rican guys, they were basically following us like around the bar the whole night, which was really annoying because we would leave the dance floor and we would be like, okay, like we need to get water, let's go to the bar. So we would like go single file in a line to the bar, Puerto Rican guys like right behind us, and we're like, damn, like can't we just get some water? What the fuck? And then even like some of the videos I took last night of my friends like singing the songs, like the Puerto Rican guys are literally in the background, they're like hyping her up, and I just realized that they were in the background. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's low-key creepy, right? So yeah, that was creepy, and I was like paranoid the whole time that they were just gonna follow us home. So that's why, I don't know, that was like the main thing that I was thinking about. But then after that, we wanted to get some wings. Well, my friend did because I don't eat wings, but she went to the bar, wanted to get wings. The bartender was ignoring her. We were like, oh dang, is it because we're black? But anyways, she got her wings. We finally sit down. I was already ready to go home at like at midnight or like 11 because he was just playing like shitty music. And then I left the new girl inside because I thought she was like following us outside to the other bar, but no, she totally like was left inside, and I was like, damn, okay, well, bye. But my friend got her wings. We all sat down. I was zoned out at that point because it was like 2 a.m. I wanted to go home. The other girl wanted to go home. The birthday girl was still like in her own world with her fiance or whatever. And next thing I know, this guy like comes up to our table and he's like trying to talk to me. And like keep in mind, like I did see him earlier, like when my friend was ordering her wings, but like I didn't pay attention to it because I like medium ugly guys, right? And I was like, oh, he looks pretty decent. He looks like he's 6 feet tall, okay. But like I've never personally approached a man. I do not want to approach a man. I'm just like submissive like that. But at the same time, even if a man approaches me in the club, I'm not really trying to like marry him either, because why the fuck are you in the club? I know why I'm in the club, but why are you in the club? Like, do you be coming here every weekend? Because I'm only here like once a month, right? So he bends over on the table because like I'm sitting down in a chair. So he bends over, he's like, oh hey, I just saw you, like I wanted to see if I could come talk to you. And I was like, what do you mean? And it's like, the thing is, I'm completely sober, right? I'm not even drunk, right? And my friends are all sitting there, and I give him like guts for that. Like he got guts for that, approaching me like with my friends, but at the same time it's embarrassing, like, because I'm like, I don't know, they're probably gonna think he's ugly and it's probably gonna be awkward, and I don't know if I want to flirt with him in front of my friends. That's weird. But he bent down and he was like, oh, I'm trying to talk to you, like what's up, like what's your name, how old are you, blah blah blah. And then I was like, how old are you? Because I couldn't tell like if he looked young or not, because the last time a guy approached me in the bar, um he said he was like 21 or something, but he was tall. And the young guys be tall, but that's too young for me. I'm not about to date somebody that's fucking 5 years younger than me. um so then I was like, how old are you? And he was like, I don't know. How old do I look? How old do I look? And I was like, I don't know, 24, 23. And he was like, do I look that young? Oh my God. And I was like, I don't know, bro. Just tell me your age. But it's like he wouldn't tell me. And that's one thing I hate in a man, when he won't answer my fucking question. Because at that point, get the fuck away. Like, why are you trying to talk to me, right? So he wouldn't tell me his age. And I was just like, I'm 25. And he's like, oh, I'm 25 too. And I was like, bro, you could have fucking said that. Like, what the fuck? So then he kept trying to talk to me, but he dropped his phone in the middle of him talking. And I was like, boy, pick up your phone. And he was like, no, I'm focused on you right now, like. And he was like trying to give me that like sexy eye contact, and it wasn't working. And I was like, bro, pick up your phone before somebody steps on it. And then he was like, oh. And he like picked up his phone, and I'm like, bro, this is embarrassing. And then I think my friends were trying to like get him to go away, but at the same time, like, talking to him was kind of distracting me from how like shitty the night was. So I was like, oh, if I just talk to him for like a couple extra minutes, hopefully my friend will eat her wings fast enough, and then we could get the fuck out of here, right? So then he's like, oh, I'm trying to get to know you. I saw you over there. And I was like, what do you mean you saw me over there? And he was like, oh, I saw you like at the bar, like when your friend was ordering the wings. And I was like, oh, over there? Yeah, I saw you over there too. And he was like, oh, and I actually saw you inside in the club, inside dancing. And I was like, okay, that's weird that you're watching me, but okay. um so I don't know. It's like he had guts to talk to me in front of my friends, but he didn't have guts to like dance with me when we were actually inside. I don't know. But he was just like, he had no game. And I'm like, bro, you got to do better than this. Like, you trying to get my number? You got to try harder than this, bro. So then he was like, yeah, so let me get your Instagram or something, blah blah blah. I'm trying to get to know you. And I was like, I don't know about that. And then he pulled up his Instagram, and I automatically saw that he was following like 1,500 people. So I'm like, God damn. I was like, damn, you a hoe. And he was like, what? I'm a hoe? I look like a hoe? What are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, bro, like, why are you following 1,500 people? Because I just automatically think that he's following like half naked women, or like, he gets girls from the club just to get more followers. Because some guys really do be obsessed with like followers or whatever, so they want to have like a million attractive women following them for no reason. Like, he actually has no intention of like hookups or like relationships. He just wants followers. So then he's like, oh, I'm not a hoe, what are you talking about? Oh my gosh, well, just follow me, whatever. And then I typed in, like, I had his phone in my hands, okay? I was just looking through his account at that point. And I typed in my Instagram in his search bar, and like, I guess I typed in my wrong username, because I have a different username for like Instagram, TikTok, and like YouTube or whatever. And it's literally the same words and numbers, but just in different orders, right? So I'm typing in, I think I typed in my YouTube on Instagram, and I was like, oh great, like I forgot my Instagram, like dang, what is it? Because I forget the order sometimes. And he was like, oh, it's okay if you don't want to give me your Instagram, like you don't gotta lie and pretend you don't have an account, because I know everybody has an Instagram these days. And I was like, bro, first of all, some people actually don't have an Instagram. Second of all, I literally just forgot my username. Like I'm so out of it, I want to go fucking home right now. So then he takes my phone and he types in his Instagram. And I'm like, okay, bro. So then I follow him, he follows me, whatever, whatever. And then we go home, and I'm ready to go home at that point because I feel like I gotta throw up because I'm on so many pills because I'm sick right now. So it's like we stopped at a Wawa, and then the two girls went inside of Wawa, and I was just sitting there zoned out in the car, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go home. I'm not trying to make no stops at a gas station, trying to get food. I'm literally about to throw up in 2 seconds. Just get me home. And then finally, we pull up to my friend's house where my car is. And then I get in my car and I go home, right? And I'm expecting like a DM from the guy who worked so hard to get my Instagram, but he didn't even DM me. So I'm like, bro, I guess he was one of the guys who just wanted like extra follows or something. I don't know. And then we been had like a whole conversation already because it's like the next day, but like he hasn't been texting me back. So I'm like, what is the point, bro? Like guys, they be working so hard in the club to get people's numbers and stuff, but then you're not gonna text a girl the next day. Like if anything, that's like an easy in. Just like put some effort in or something, right? So I don't know. I'm about to block his fucking number and his Instagram because I can't do like lack of um communication because I was like been through that before. I can't do that again because if you're like a grown ass man and you take it hours to text back, like what? You know? And I don't accept the people who were like, oh, I'm just a bad texter. Or they say, like, oh, well, I can't, I'm at work all day, I can't text. But the thing is, you could easily just communicate and be like, oh, I will be at work all day from 9 to 5. I'll text you at like 5:30 or whatever, like something like that. Like, that's communication. So I'm just done with like the games and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know how the fuck he's like 25 and he's like struggling to communicate or whatever. Is that a fucking spider in my room? What the fuck? But anyways, yeah, that was the whole story, and I'm just tired of these games at that point. But yeah, more story times coming soon. Bye.